Hi everybody, this is XO Protein Cookie Gaming. You can add me on Twitch where I go live multiple times a week. It is XO Protein Cookie on Twitch. This is my second Dead by Daylight video where I'm starting to upload different survivor and killer lores and like the customizations that DBD has available for you, perks and all of that. So this is, I think, one of the new survivors that you can get. This is Lara Croft. Like I said in my previous video, Tomb Raider games were one of the first games that I seriously fell in love with. So I'm super happy they have Lara Croft available. I'll show you in the store all of her clothing and customizations after her bio and her lore. Again, she has 3 perks like all the other survivors. The first one is Finesse. The threat of danger can motivate any creature to strengthen its resolve. This perk activates when you are healthy. Your fast vaults are 20% faster. This perk goes on cooldown for 30 seconds after performing a fast vault. Wouldn't really recommend it. If you're running away from the killer and you decide to vault over something, 20% faster is pretty good, considering if a killer is after you, he can most of the time, hit you as you're vaulting. So that's kind of good if you want to combat that. The second one is Hardened. Live long enough and survival will run in your blood. This perk activates after you complete all of the following. You can unlock a chest, cleanse or bless a totem. For the rest of the trial, anytime you would scream, reveal the killer's aura for 5 seconds instead. Wouldn't recommend this either. Again, so some of the killers can unlock perks that make you scream, so it would reveal to the killer where you are on the map. Therefore, obviously, he can go after you around your general area where you're at. If you kind of want to combat that, sure. As long as well as the chests and cleansing totems. But sometimes you won't have time to unlock a chest, or you don't really need to unlock a chest, and sometimes you don't need to cleanse or bless a totem because the killer is not using a perk that that activates a totem on your map. The third one is Specialist. Adventure, Exploration, Excavation. You are in your element. Each time you open or rummage through a chest, gain 1 token up to 6. When you perform a great skill check on a generator, consume all tokens. Then for each token consumed, reduce the maximum required generator progressed by 4. Wouldn't really recommend this either. If you wanted to use it, cool. Don't really need it to have a successful DVD run. And now her lore. Lara Croft. Even as a child, Lara was driven by an insatiable curiosity. Her father, Lord Richard Croft, an archaeologist and aristocrat, was frequently away on expeditions as she grew up, forcing her to become independent at a young age. It was at university where she met her best friend Samantha Nishimura. Sorry about that. Sam encouraged Lara to have fun and experience life beyond the quiet halls of schools and museums. When the opportunity arose to go on an archaeological expedition to the island of Yamatai, Lara jumped at the chance. Her mentor, Conrad Roth, selected her and Sam to be a part of the trip. Before they reached the island, everything went sideways. Their ship hit a storm and split in 2, scattering the expedition across the island shore. Lara struggled to find her crew while avoiding the pursuit of the nefarious Solari Brotherhood, who infested the island. She managed to find Sam with a seemingly marooned inhabitant named Matthias, but when Lara passed out, Sam and Matthias disappeared. As she pursued Sam, she learned that the Brotherhood was looking for a vessel for an ancient queen, and led by Matthias, became convinced that vessel was Sam. When Lara finally tracked them to a cave under a waterfall, they had Sam tied to a pyre. Pyre? I don't know. preparing to test whether she was the one or if she would simply burn to death. In a desperate attempt to save Sam, Lara let loose an arrow, taking out the torchbearer, but she was outnumbered and promptly captured and beaten by the Brotherhood. As two guards led her over a natural stone bridge, an unnatural black fog enveloped them. Her captors distracted, she broke free and leapt from the bridge into the river of blood below. As she sank, dozens of limbs reached out at her, grabbed her, tore away her bow, pulled her under. It was as if the river was alive. She kicked and struggled to reach the surface. At last, she emerged from the sick viscera and found herself an entirely new nightmare. Pretty consistent with the games, but again, it's
to keep moving.
She started talking. My bad. Pretty consistent with her past games, if you've ever played them. Again, it's just like a short excerpt of her bio on this game. So these are, her customizations. Here's the first one. Pretty consistent with, if you guys remember the really old, like the first Tomb Raider. This is her outfit. This one's pretty cool too. Combat veteran looking. This is consistent with one of the other games, Lara Croft games. And one of those. This one, not my favorite. Tribal kind of thing. I think this is actually in one of the games too that you can buy and dress her as. This one, pretty cool. I guess kind of like the first one, but with pants and her glasses. Again, you can, like I said in the previous video, I might mention it in every video. You can buy just the top, buy just the bottoms, buy just the headpiece, and then kind of play around with that stuff. This one's pretty cute. I think this is also in other games. So yeah. That's the lore and information and perks and all that on Lara Croft and Dead by Daylight. As always, like and subscribe. And you can also add me on Twitch again, Exo Protein Cookie. I go live multiple times a week. I'm also on TikTok. And yeah, thank you for watching.